everybody, it's Abby with Haunted Avenue, and tonight we are super excited. We are over at this store called Terror Trader. I'm here with Jason, who is the owner of the store. Tonight we're going to be doing an investigation and finding out what other things lay in the store. I'm going to let Jason kind of take the wheel and tell us a little bit about this store, what's going on, what kind of items they have here.
Yeah, well, thank you, by the way, for coming today. And so, my name is Jason. I am the co-owner of Terror Trader. It's Arizona's only year-round horror marketplace. And what does that mean? A lot of people are like, what is a horror marketplace? Well, it kind of exactly what that is. It's basically we have, 70 plus vendors that sell great horror merch and all that stuff. But my heart is right here where we're at right now. So this is kind of my collection in the oddities room right now. And this is where... we've got a lot of dead things in here, right? So
you feel it. You feel it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, we have skulls that are, over 1,400 years old. We have human torsos. We have all types of stuff. In this room, a Ouija board wall. There's a lot of energy, a lot of good stuff, and I'm a big collector of the macabre, the dark type of stuff, and I love that. And the more mysterious, the better, Yeah. And this is why this room is. It's caused a lot of drama among customers, and I say drama. People coming here. I've had people pass out. I've had people get sick. I've had people be just almost like comatose in here. There's tons of things that happen here. I mean, I guess it all deals with people's sensitivity levels and whatnot. And I stoke the fire by keep adding and adding some of the more scary type of stuff. I say scary, but to me, it's very interesting. But this is what the store is all about. You're going to find. Once again, if you love Dark Oddities type of stuff, or you just like just mainstream horror type of stuff, we have a little bit of everything.
When I walked in here, take a look at this, everybody. So we've got Ouija boards up here. Now, you said before when I was here during the day, these have been used.
Correct, yeah. These are old. I think the latest one I have is probably from 1945, 1950. The earliest ones we have are all the way down to 1905. These have been picked out of people's basements, garages, attics, all over the country, actually, and some overseas as well, over in Europe and whatnot. Definitely every one of these has been used. I would say, I couldn't tell you exactly where, but there's sometimes if you look on the back and there's weird scribbles, there's weird messages on some of these, and I don't mess with them. I display them. I definitely don't want to open a portal or anything, but they're, I love them. I love the history of the talking spirit boards, or whatever you want to call them, They are definitely an item that you have to be careful with, if you ask me. You should take it with caution, I guess.
Well, it always makes me think, too, because what I was thinking when I first came here, it's like you have these items. You have human skulls. You have all this stuff. And then you have these boards. And I was thinking before I even knew if they had been used or not, I think that it's even if it's not touched, you don't know what they were used for.
Correct.
And so there could be different energies attached to them. And then on top of having energies of human skulls, human remains, dark items, items that are like voodoo, it's I almost think that even if something hasn't been used, those energies can also, in my opinion, I feel like they can make other things stronger too.
I agree on that.
But I feel it in this room.
I totally agree in that. Especially when it gets to we have a lot of voodoo altar jars from the 1920s in here, and I've been told these voodoo altar jars that we have here that were used in a traveling show. I guess like a voodoo tent from the 1920s up to 1960. That this is like a dog bowl full of meat, right? Of raw meat, and all these skulls and everything else in here is kind of like these rabid dogs are just kind of, and these are just causing a big frenzy. And this is what could possibly cause a lot of the drama, I say, into this room. What people feel, the energy and whatnot.
Actually, earlier, how you this item right here,
Witch's Tower.
Yeah, I am I'm not sure. When we walked in, I didn't see that open. But then it was open.
Correct.
Does that ever open on its own?
This Witch's Tower has given us a lot of, there's a lot of mystery to this Witch's Tower. And I saw it online, of all places. So when I saw it, I was like, not a big deal. It looks something about the matte black and the white crystal on top kind of spoke to me, but I thought it would just be a cool oddity to have in the store.
It makes me think of a third eye.
Yeah, a little bit. Right. Yeah, absolutely. So I bought it from a lady in Florida. So I displayed it. I had it on this side of the counter, and it was kind of right underneath those Voodoo Ultra jars we were talking about a second ago. I had about, I would come in at night and to shut everything down, and I'd always find this crystal turn to the 2 o'clock position, okay? And I'm like, someone's messing with it. I would turn it back, and then I would go on my business, right? I come back next day, not think much of it. About 8 to 9 times this thing's happened. It's always been at exactly the 2 o'clock position. I'm like, well, what is going on? This is weird. So still, we got tons of customers coming through here. I just think people like to turn it. Okay, yeah. Not a big deal.
At the same spot each time?
The same exact spot. 2 o'clock every time. Okay. So we are closed Mondays and Tuesdays. It was a Sunday night. I come in here. I'm closing everything down. Look, it was at the 2 o'clock. I turn it over. All of a sudden, we had a lot of electrical problems, all right? Okay, not a big deal. I have a friend who's an electrician. Monday, we come in. It's myself and him. No one's been here ever since. He is messing with the electrical box over here. I'm kind of behind him. I look over. It's at the 2 o'clock position again. And I'm like, wait, there's 0 people been in here since then. We have a camera in here. I can look, and it turned. So I reached out to the former owner of this, and I'm like, hey, here's what's going on. Is there anything you can tell me? After about 2 weeks of no communication, she finally hit me up. She's like, I am a white witch, an earthy witch. Okay, I built this. This thing is supposed to ward off evil, bad energy and all that stuff. And then she goes, but I have a story to tell you. I was like, fine. She goes, I was in a very abusive relationship for 20 plus years. And I was like, oh, okay. She goes, to the point where I had to flee to grab my kid and flee across the country to Florida, away from my abusive, spouse and all that. And I was like, well, I'm sorry to hear that. She goes, the thought of me ever coming back to that spot would, I'd rather die. And I'm like, okay. She goes, where I fled from was Chandler, Arizona. Now, I get chills when I think about it because I don't know her. She doesn't know me. Out of the tens of thousands of cities in America that this thing could have went to, it went straight back to where she fled from. 2 o'clock. So at that time, we were 2 hours, ahead or behind the East Coast. And was that turning? It was turning. And by the way, it was facing toward the east. So it was turning toward the east to 2 hours. A lot of weird stuff going on. And I'm like, okay. So that's when I moved it over to this side of the table. We've been watching ever since. Since I've moved it, I've had 0 problems with it. Well, until we find the door opens up.
Have you ever tried to move it back and see if it happens
I have not. I have not yet. I have not moved it.
How do you feel if I don't know how you feel if I move it over here and see if it...
We can move it back, yeah, that's absolutely. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, once again, we'll see what happens. But,
is that okay?
Totally fine. Yeah, we can totally move it back.
How heavy is it?
It's not heavy at all.
You never know. You never know unless you try.
We can just kind of push her back over here, and then we'll see we'll see if anything comes around.
Let's see what happens. So
yeah, we'll see. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
It's like something would have to. Oh, and if you notice, if you lightly tap it, it will kind of go. So yeah. It's almost like if something like lightly taps it to go to.
Correct. Yeah.
So I had to touch it and find out, but let's see if it.
Yeah.
You never know. If that thing's back on later, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll watch it tonight, and then, like I said, that's the first time it's been back over here since all that happened and, and whatnot. So, wow. Yeah, interesting. I know. And,
this room is awesome.
So
there's so many items that it's just. There's so many different areas, so many stories, so many things attached to it that...
Absolutely. And then even in this case itself, we have real human skulls over 300 years old. We have a Nazi helmet that's been shot up that was found in France. We have a headhunter sword from Borneo that's an actual used headhunter sword.
Wow.
Absolutely. And we've got even a military embalming machine from the Korean War that was used, unfortunately, to embalm U.S. soldiers, So there's a lot of dark... drama going in this case, so it could be a number of things,
And they're all together.
Yes.
So it's...
Yeah, who knows? Woo! Yeah, I mean...
If there's anybody in this room, we're going to do a walkthrough. But if you want us to talk to you, go and touch that machine and we'll come back. So what Sean is doing right now, he has the Mel meter. He's walking around. He's just seeing if there's any spike in frequency. Because if you have any spikes in frequency, that usually means that there's a spirit present. So right now, I set up the sensitivity so if
Just make
anything
sure
goes
it's not
near
going
it,
off anything.
you'll hear it sound. So I'm just gonna leave that. It is a music box. So I'm hoping, I turned it on, but since there's still light and there's shadows, it was causing it to go off. I turned it off for the time being. But with those dolls, don't know what they've been attached to. Jason said they've been around since, I think, some of them old 1900s ventriloquist dolls. And they've been repainted. So it's like, where were these dolls? What were they attached to? But maybe were their children been attached to? So maybe the music box might cause them to go off. So if you want, let's walk around and if you want it.
I got like a split second spike in the VHS room.
Yeah?
VHS room?
Mm-hmm. Like a split second right in front of that book we were looking at.
Okay, I'll play
Guys.
with my toy.
Oh.
Look what direction it's pointing.
It's pointing towards that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is somebody in there? Come on, you were just going off.
You guys have anything to say? Big.
The giantess.
Yeah.
You're right behind a big head. Look,
The skull with the giantism.
it just said big.
Big Gale Owl.
So Sean right now is standing. His back was towards. There's a human skull in there
Are you
that
upset that we come in here?
actually had giantism, and the machine just said big. Oh,
Are you standing in front of me?
can you stop that?
I just got shivers.
Look, and her machine's going up too.
We're safe? Do you want to talk to us?
You're bored?
I'd be too if I was in this tiny little room.
Do you want to play a game? If you want to play a game, touch one of the lights.
The writing.
Writing? Play a game? You want us to play a game with the writing? No, we are not playing writing game.
No, we're not playing that game. No, we're not playing that game.
Oh, and I just got a spike too.
We're not playing that game.
So it just said, she said, do you want to play a game? This is going off.
I'm beeping.
It said big. He's standing behind a big head.
This is
It's going red.
It's going red.
Mhm.
And then she just said, do you want to play a game? And it said writing. Right in front of us is writing on Ouija boards, which people use Ouija boards as a game, which they should not.
Faster.
Faster? Oh, it's going crazy over by that. Is that thing,
That's a cursed object. Yeah.
it's cursed?
Yeah.
Good.
The suicide
Can't
siren.
wait. So glad you brought Sage. You brought it with you. It's not sitting on your counter, right?
It's in the car.
It's in the car.
So I was, ooh.
Oh no, I'm bringing it.
Go. Well, evil. Oh, okay.
Whoa, Jesus. And that just spiked.
Said evil.
Did you hear how it just said that?
Let's play with it.
And you said it's cursed and that thing just said
Yeah,
evil?
that's a deemed curse, Catholic Church curse item.
Are you trying to contact us through the cabinet?
There's no electricity to this right now?
No,
There's no, that only goes off with electromagnetic frequencies. Now move away from it really quick.
Threshold, cement.
Go back one more time. Where you were? Whoa.
It just spiked to red too.
Walk around. We're gonna leave you. If you want us to play some games with you, can you touch this device? I have a device on the floor right here. You can answer us by touching this. Look, if you get closer to the green, that's yes.
Do run. Do run. First secret. It did 2 words. Do run in a word.
I'm not running. I'm coming back and I want to play a game.
It never does that. So.
Really?
Troop.
Troop and the helmet.
Difference.
What's the difference?
That's a soldier up top. The guy with the arrow, he was killed by an arrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you trying to talk to us? Helmet and a soldier.
Do you know the story behind the Jewish box?
Yeah, I bought it. I got it from a guy from over in New York.
I know a guy.
Yeah. From an Orthodox Jewish community.
Don't worry about it. I know a guy. Don't worry about where I found the Jewish box.
But do you know what it is?
According to them, it's a Dybbuk box. They
Okay.
said don't fuck with it. That's exactly what I got from them. That was party words.
This is spiking.
Red,
This is going
red,
crazy.
Red, yellow, shepherd.
But right now, it's just mainly been that other room that stuff's been going on. So I'm excited though. Have you noticed too? It's like, what's weird?
We're getting blips and then everything dies off.
But have you noticed?
The camera jumped. It distorted.
Noticing that everything dies off and then builds energy, and then we're getting rose, disturbed, broken, tool, hematos, Gale. As soon as she walked by here,
And I just got shivers. Like, literally head to toe.
this is one of your vendors right here.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe something's attached to Aaron. Maybe something's likes you.
I mean, there's certain vendors that could.
These are old dolls that he, repurposes and
Right.
all that stuff, so who knows.
Sub, set, yeah, we're getting a lot. Cord, us,
Cords.
right here.
Oh, and there's cords right there.
Oh.
What?
Are we recording this, Nicole?
Yep.
Stuff. What kind of stuff is here?
Land.
Third time it said true.
Yeah.
What are your terms? What's developed? Tell us.
Are the turns as you need them? What about as we need them? Nothing. Religion. Plate.
There's a saucer right there.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to show us that plate?
How old are you? What's your name? There's the name.
Who?
Avi Akasha.
Truck.
That's the same name we heard at the domes.
And I just got shivers again. Help me out. Light us up if we get near the...
Camera, around, shape, daring, line.
What?
The camera?
Camera around.
And look, blind. It's a blinding light right now.
Derek?
There.
Derek. Okay, tell us.
Gauze. There's gauze on that though. On the eyes.
It is literally pinpointing. Where'd Jason go? Are you hearing this?
I'm right here
Oh.
behind. I'm just taking I'm taking all this shit in. This is crazy.
Jason's
It's,
over here having a mild breakdown.
Yeah, this is like, what the fuck?
it mentioned the plate.
Yes.
The gauze.
The cords.
The cords. Tell us some more about the shelf. Is there an item you want us to touch?
What if I start touching stuff? Does this bother you? You said something about the saucer. What about the saucer? What about this thing? He's over here. You don't like that?
Candles.
Percent.
It just felt like something just went like this on my hand.
July. Holy.
Third time it said July now.
And I'm getting...
I just was standing here for a second. It felt
When
like
did you buy the
somebody
shop?
went like this.
July.
There it is. Third time it said July. He bought the shop in July.
Secret, often, track, walk.
Crazy how that all works
That
out.
is,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Person. Scratch. Difficult. Period. Sale. Where.
Jesus.
Brand.
My gosh.
It just said scratch, difficult. I just said that it felt like somebody just went like that.
Oh yeah.
Are you trying to scratch me and you don't have enough energy and it was difficult for you to do that? Come on. What are you trying to do? Are you trying? Was that you that tried to touch my hand?
I'm getting blinks.
Wh-
Sally.
Who's Sally? Sorry.
He names every one of these. I'm waiting for the Sally.
Coat. Animal.
This one's got a coat on. There's the tag.
It keeps naming things that are on the shelf.
That's wild.
Such a
Are you-
trip.
This is going crazy.
So it normally doesn't talk like that much? I mean, is
No.
It, wow.
And so, I mean, sometimes it
Yeah,
will,
yeah.
but then you can have hours that it's just silent. We had one investigation, we had it on, forgot it was on, then all of a sudden it went off. But just let's reiterate.
God damn it. That's horse shit.
Okay, so anyways.
You're a rock.
it-
You stayed strong as a rock on that one. That was
Sean was
So
trying
bummed
to
right now.
scare Aaron. It didn't work. But anyway, so it mentioned the saucer, it mentioned hair, it mentioned cord, it mentioned gauze. There's gauze right here. It mentioned a coat. This has a coat. It is telling us about everything on the shelf. Who are you?
Writing. Sam.
Here's your other buddy. Writing about what?
The fact that you bought the place in July and it said July 3 times
Yeah.
and every time we ask a question.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
That's cool though.
It's crazy.
When you bought the place, did you feel anything? Like when you were doing walkthroughs, anything like that?
Man, I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. You know, I was already filled with adrenaline, right?
Right,
I'm
right.
buying a new
So
spot.
excited you're getting a new spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Nation. Lisa. Crystal. Rent.
You were just talking about renting or the.
Right? Yeah.
And where does this stuff come from too? Like, is this all like different areas?
Finds
Do
it,
you know
yeah.
the guy? Like, you
I mean,
him well?
I know, not well. No, I don't. I mean, just what I encountered here. But he
Do any type of
gets.
spells onto his dolls?
Wait,
type
wait,
thing? Nothing
No,
like that?
no.
You were moving and it said slower. Reveal slower.
Ooh.
Magic.
Strong.
This one.
Are you trying to say you're going to begin some strong energy? Oh,
I just got the
look.
shares again.
look, and it said strong,
That's the
and this
one.
is, look, the
That's
first
the one.
strong. It said reveal slower,
Ow.
and he started moving slower. What's going on with this doll?
You got this on.
Uh-huh.
Yep, camera's right on you.
May I move this? I want to see what's the name
Is it
of
this
this
one?
doll. I don't know.
Ooh, it's this one.
What is going
What's going on with
Raised.
Ray?
And. Still. Right. Not.
on? Candy Ann.
Deep breath, John.
It's still. It literally said move slower, and you move slower. Now it's not. There's something with this doll.
Please.
What do you expect? What do you want?
Look, nobody's touching it. It's still going as hard as it was.
Do you have any electrical outlets over here?
Um.
I just want to make sure.
The only one's right over here.
Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah, she over there.
So there should be no reason that this is spiking and getting any electromagnetic frequencies. It's just
So-
that doll.
Fraction.
There we go.
Cable.
What key?
Then.
It's going nuts out.
Tell us more. Can you tell us your name one more time? A 40.
Sally.
Sally.
Walk.
I said, could you tell us your name, Sally?
Oh, really?
Is Sally your name? Did we get that right?
Or did Sally own this? Is this your doll, Sally? I almost want to bring this doll.
Disturb.
Did you hear? I just said I want to bring this doll. It said remove, disturb.
I heard it.
So if I move this doll, I'm going to disturb something? It's literally.
Well, that's kind of our job.
Yeah. But I just
Kind of
said.
what we do.
I just said I almost want to move. It said move, disturb.
Chest.
What chest?
I'm moving this doll.
Chills.
Yep, so do I.
Yeah. I'm doing it. I'm touching this. Uh-oh, I'm moving your doll. Is that okay that I...
Sally,
Yeah.
were you a little girl?
My chest is like super heavy right now.
Yeah, mine too.
Like really
Well,
heavy.
it said...
Yeah.
Oh! No,
That's going in my room.
Ugh, I feel funny with this doll. All right, you don't want us disturbing it?
That's
I'm
why
moving
we'll
this.
disturb it.
I'm moving this doll.
Poltergeist.
Fuck off.
Oh my
Come
god.
here. I got you, bro. I got you.
No, that's like
Don't
it's
worry.
hilarious. I'm good.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
What? I'm
Understand,
moving
none of these are like pre in there. These are all just
No, this is
dictionary
cool.
words that come out.
it. So what? What was this used for? Is there something attached to this? Turn?
I just looked that way.
Right.
I just got chills and felt really hot.
I just felt really warm too, but there is AC that turns on and off, right?
Not in this room right now.
No?
This one's not.
Is it still recording?
It is, but it just started over and I didn't touch anything.
What?
Yeah. We went for over 20 minutes and it just turned
That's
over.
my backlight. Let me see.
And your battery is dead. She all red.
This is a full charge battery. It can last hours, and it just drained completely. Was that your?
That's me that just did that. I was just checking my battery.
Ooh. All right, I'm taking your doll.
Oh, she went super red.
Well,
Fuck.
why does it keep saying that? There's something dark with this. There's something. Threat you? I'm gonna remove this doll. I'm sorry. What? Oh, oh, that was yours.
I just went from 34% battery to it just powered off because the battery died.
Wow.
And that one's full battery, and it just.
Yep.
What the?
There's
Holy
something.
shit.
Remember
Wow.
what I said? Nothing's gonna help them bringing this stuff in from their own homes.
Oh,
The spirits behind other
There's
people,
something with
dark
this
energy behind certain people could be
No.
bringing it.
100%.
My battery didn't
You know what I
die.
mean?
It legit turned. You can only power it off by
That's- I
pressing
mean,
the
that's
actual
not
power
real.
button and holding
you
it.
weren't touching
dark
it.
energy to
No,
follow
it's
people
down to
told them
36%,
making
but
crafts.
it legit,
That's-
like, in order to turn it off, you have to press and hold it like that.
And it just. I saw it.
I saw it go through.
You
Like,
weren't
that's
touching.
how long it takes to power down.
Something was holding
Something was pressing the button.
it. Oh.
What the fuck?
What?
What?
What's wrong?
Can you turn it? That light was on.
That light was on.
Yep.
Where's the light switch for that? Yo, nobody's been back there.
Oh, wait,
That-
I'm
and
turning.
that's on camera. And that's on
We
camera.
were all fucking.
That light
was
You're the
on.
one that left, but you did. How would you know
I
when I
wouldn't
turned
have,
that
I
thing
wouldn't have
off?
touched that.
That light was off.
I didn't even come back here. I came back to eat my
Can
candies.
you
and-
see if that thing
Shit.
popped on or off? Or
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here, no, I'm putting this battery back in. Yeah, hold on.
Dude, good
No
call,
fucking
man.
way. No, I right.
I wouldn't have even noticed that shit.
Here, I'm.
Go all the way back to the beginning, see
I
if it
am.
was on.
No,
Right,
that
it was on,
that was
right?
on.
Before I was pointing.
No.
Looking at this.
That was on.
You have to physically go over this counter.
You know, my fat ass ain't doing that.
I'm.
It's okay
no.
to laugh. It's fine.
Hold on, wait. I can go back to it. Hold on,
You
hold on,
guys can laugh. I said it. It's all right.
Yeah, no, look, we started. It was
Hold a
on.
second.
Mhm.
And All right, everyone. So we just finished our initial walkthrough. It was supposed to be quick, but as you saw, some things started happening in the doll room. I have brought over the doll where it didn't want me to remove it. And in a minute, I'm going to have Aaron tell you some stuff that we just kind of deciphered. All of our batteries died, which were brand new batteries, and we haven't even been here for walking around when we started. There's no reason a battery should die. Another interesting thing happened when we came back to change our batteries. This room specifically, there's a light back there. This thing was on the whole time, and when we came back, Jason has footage from his camera from the shop, and my camcorder caught it. It completely turned off. And what's weird is there's a button. You have to physically push it, and there's no other way that this would turn off. I'm going to have Erin really quick kind of explain some things too that happened to her and some things if you want to come over here. So what were some of the things? And Erin, this is her first investigation, but she came to a cool conclusion.
So some of the words that caught my attention that I didn't piece together till after the fact was mentioning around and camera and chest and scratch. And at the time, I was wearing my GoPro in a chest harness. So that's a camera, chest, around. And when it was mentioning scratches, I have from my puppy on my chest right here, I have physical scratches that have been there for quite a while. So it sounded like it was describing me.
Erin actually had the amazing idea. She wanted to see if it's still her. She switched the GoPro because it also said camera. She had the camera. Did it like the camera? Did it not like the camera? We have a bright light on top of my camera right now too. Is it not liking it? So she switched it over to Sean. Now he's wearing the GoPro. So we're going to test out and see if something happens with Erin still. If something's attached to her, maybe if it doesn't like the cameras. our batteries died really quick. That camera died. So maybe it just doesn't want us to record.
Yes, and it
But
also
we're going to.
it also mentioned as we were walking out of here, I had mentioned I'm still recording, and it immediately.
Yep.
Again, that it's a physical button that has to be pressed, and the button was triggered essentially, and the recording stopped.
So there's definitely something going on in here. But what it is it takes different radio frequencies. And when you have the radio frequencies, especially if I'm playing it super fast and reverse, pretty much what happens is that spirits have the ability to manipulate those frequencies, and words and voices can come through. So I want to see if something's in here. I feel something weird, and I'm starting to feel weird over here. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try and turn this on and see if anything happens. Now, we know that somebody's here. Quit being scared. We want to talk to you. We want to hear your story. Say something. You can tell me your name, at least. Did you just say something? I just heard a female voice. Did you hear like a female? Say it again. Talk to me. What did you say? Are you trying to talk to me now? I heard a male voice. Come on. Could you use your energy? Use my energy. Communicate with me. Whoever turned off that light, tell me who you are. I keep hearing a faint like male voice. I have so many different things here right now that you can talk to. Did you see that just move? It just went like a little bit. Hey, did you just touch my device? Something moved this.
Sounded like Meiju.
Come on, keep telling me. Did somebody tie to one of these Ouija boards? What did that sound like? That's from being. That's a temperature sensor. The temperature's going crazy. I'm resetting it. The temperature just went hotter. And I'm starting to feel like my body's getting hotter. What are you trying to tell me?
The last words that I could hear out of it, it sounded like it said Korea.
Korea?
That's the really? That's not a bombing machine. It's their Korean War bombing machine. Jesus Christ.
What?
Yeah, right where you're at, right there.
That's a Korea, and you heard Korea?
I could have misheard it, but
Right.
It sounded like it. I heard Korea. I heard Korea. So I don't know whether it was like.
I have this on mute. What I'm going to do is I'm moving this object. I'm moving this close to these objects. If you're somebody that's trying to communicate through these objects, say something. I'm not touching that. Okay? I'm going to turn this back on. Like I said, I'm moving it closer. Korea? Sorry about this. Talk to me again. Oh. Oh. I just got close to this thing. Okay, talk to me. Is it over here? Come on. I just heard a deep male voice. Who is that? Come on. There's somebody over here. What are you trying to say to me? Sound like it went found me. At least that's what I hear from somebody loud right next to my head.
This battery's red. This battery's dead.
It died again?
It's dying right now. It's on red.
What are you doing to our equipment? Are you using our devices to communicate?
Oh.
Oh my god. Tell me your name. I'm hearing multiple people in here. Who's trying to talk to me right now?
What is your name?
Did I say Brandon? There's multiple voices coming through on this. Not what you said. Brandon. I heard a female. Where'd she go? It's when I get closer. This thing moves. I just said I heard a female. Where'd she go? The female. Can the female talk again? Alright, where'd the female go again? Did you hear last time I said where's the female and the female voice came through again? I want to talk to the girl.
Nobody here wants to chat with me?
What? Allie. Allie? I'm Abby. That was Sally.
Said it on the obvious too. Sally like a handful of times.
That sounds like Allie. Sally. I feel like somebody's behind me.
Dude. You feel like someone's behind you? So you'll have to watch it, but it looks like the shadows behind the witch box, you see something move right before, or
Right before I say I feel
Yeah.
like something's behind
you
me.
can see part of the shadow of the witch box, the shadow move. Where it says submarine on the poster, it's
now,
right
could
in
it
the middle.
be the shadow of Sean or somebody walking
No,
just
because I'm
now?
over here.
The light
It's
is
on
Light
this
in
light.
front of us. Alright. Who just walked behind me? Me? How many people are here with me right now? Scream. Do something. If I'm on to the right person, the right thing. Are you tied to one of these Ouija boards? I said scream. Yes, I am. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You said you're tied to a Ouija board. Can you talk again? If I'm correct. Something feels like it's touching my back. Are you touching my back? Could you turn off the lights on this display case? Because you want us to talk to somebody in here. Alright, I'm gonna walk by things in this display case. If I get close to the person that I'm talking to, make a noise. made a noise. Could you say yes on the chart that I'm getting closer to the soul of the spirit that I'm talking to? Over here. Every time I come by this school, you make a noise. Is this the one? You're making a noise when I talk about this school. I'm right in front of it. As the light goes on doors, scream, make a noise. It sounds like it's that rigged up, like power. This one. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. So far we have this one. As I hit them, make a noise. I want to know if there's spirits tied to these. Keep going. Alright. I went back. It made noise again when I went to this one. Who are you? Why are you tied?
Crystal, look at that one.
Oh.
Said Crystal on the ovulus too.
I just, my hair is standing up. And actually, look, they're both ones that say goodbye the same. Both of those are the crystal, and then that one, look, the bottoms, they're almost the exact same.
Same manufacturer. Same company back.
Huh?
Same company back in the 40s made those. Just two different models. That was freaking weird.
It was both of them that I
Yeah.
pointed to.
You were so
There's something with these two Ouija
that
boards.
was two different. Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Damn.
there's something going on with these two.
Said Crystal, you could hear it too.
Yeah.
Crystal.
That was
And
plain as day.
good catch, Nicole. Can we do that one more time? You said crystal. You did it again. You're talking. Every time I flash a light on these Ouija boards. What did I tell you? That was. See that? What did I tell you? There are two people here having a conversation. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna.
You want to take something out?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I'll step over here.
Okay.
Found?
You just got this photo in, right?
Yeah.
Found.
Did they say they just
She told me she
found
got
in
it last-
February?
Last month.
Wow.
That's what she got.
Oh my god.
It
It just said found February, and you just found this in February?
No, the girl that brought it in, got it last month. She came into the store. She goes, last month I picked this up, this picture at a antique store, and then she's had the worst experiences since. You know, not only nausea and just weird shit like that, but she's also heard like boots. She said Doc Martens beating through their house, right? But marching, that's what she heard. So she, to the point, she came to the store 2 days ago and goes, "Please take this. Take it away from me."
What the hell?
Weird it said found in February. That's
And that was just last month.
that's when she found it. She had it last month. That's when she had it.
What?
Wow.